Good evening, class. My name is Michael Davis, and this is my informative speech today on children in today's society. The goal of this speech is to compare the differences between Generation X technology and the Generation Z's technology and how it affects the health of the children. When comparing what children experience in today's society versus 2 generations ago, there is an incredibly vast difference, more so than the difference between our generation and our parents. Technology is the driving force that has changed children over the generations and is causing them to have more and more health problems. The impact of information technology, commonly known as IT, on the emotional and social health of young people has had very little research. Yet it is obvious that information technology is playing an increasingly important role in young people's lives. One such positive effect is the ease of access that they have to healthcare information for the young people who might otherwise be embarrassed to seek it via conventional means. Conversely, it may also result in young people failing to develop adequate social skills. The huge impact technology is having on the lives of children and young people today is the vast amount of time most children spend looking at the screen in comparison with the amount of time doing anything else. Face-to-face communication with colleagues are increasingly a rarity, being seen as obsolete and an insufficient way to do business in our frantic lives. Again, very little information about how technology affects the health of young people, especially the social and emotional health. And there's a distinct lack of attention towards monitoring the ways in which new communication is impacting upon young people. Many doom mongers believe that all this technology is sending our children and ultimately our society to the dogs. In 1990, some condemned use of technology, especially computers, as means to generate chaos and confusion. This was posted by Postman in 1992. Many remain concerned that childhood is disappearing, believing that the media, and including electronic media, have erased the boundaries between childhood and adulthood, exposing children to experiences for which they are not ready, killing their creativity, and driving a wedge between young people and their parents' generation. Information technology is said to introduce an aggressive behavior and destroy social bonds which may inhibit such behavior. Many are concerned about addiction, ergo to computer games, chat rooms, and texting on mobile phone devices. Case in point, my fiance's son spent the summer with us this year. 95% of his time was spent in his command center. His laptop on his left, he had his headset on, and his Xbox 360 in online mode, playing various games and chatting with his friends, all at the same time. That left him about 5% to eat, sleep, and etc. Children are spending much, much less time outside as opposed to Generation X, exercising, playing with friends, which is leading to an alarming rise of illnesses such as allergies and obesity. We conclude that information technology is here to stay, but clearly too raises a range of issues that those of us who are interested in health would be unwise to ignore. Why then is there so much time not spent researching it? Perhaps one aspect of the problem is that the young people who use information technology, they are the ones that use it most often and in ways that are proven to be the most addictive, hazardous, and inappropriate, given the fact that their brains are not fully developed. Meanwhile, those of us who have the funding and inclination to carry out health related search are older, with minds that already have been formed in an era when communication and learning were social, not technological affairs. We are so inclined to appreciate the advantages of information technology so much that we're not sensitive to the problems that we are storing up for our children, the first generation to grow up in front of the screen. Perhaps, in fact, we are all young, all of us, excuse me, young and old, are becoming information technology addicts in the face of these pushers and are in denial of a massive dependency problem which is staring us right in the face. Whatever the causes for the lack of research on the health impact of information technology, it is surely time we woke up to the fact that it brings dangers as well as advantages, and demand that resources look at this health at the effects, as well as accepting the easy money being handed out for promoting it. My resources, I went to After the Death of Childhood, Growing Up in the Age of Electronic Media by Buckingham D. in 2000. Technology, The Surrender of Culture to Technology by Postman in 1992. And Mobile Phone Telephones and Usage Among 10 and 11-year-olds Participating and Exclusion, The Journal of Emotional and Behavior Difficulties, Volume 7, pages 152 through 63, and an article by Catherine Weir, the editor of Health Education, that was Volume 4, Edition number 3, 2004, pages 129 through 31. Thank you.